Hello, and welcome to another episode of Happy Life. And I am your host, Marquise Holyfield. Normally, we have a guest with us, but this week it's just me because we want to talk about true love. And as this is the week of love, happy Valentine's Day to all of our listeners. We hope that you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. We want to just talk about what real love really is. First, we want to remind everyone that love is patient, love is kind, love is not boastful, love doesn't keep any record. Love is going through no matter what. And I know it's Valentine's Day and everybody's super excited about the gifts and the dinners and the excitement and the trips and the weekends away. And I hope that you all have all of that and so much more. But I want to remind you all what love really is and what is true love. I want us to focus on loving ourselves, loving our neighbor, making sure we love the ones that we are with. And if we are by ourselves, waiting for the one to come, that we're loving ourselves and enjoying this time too. Love your girlfriends at the moment, have dinner with your guys, or go to dinner by yourself, or go and do something special just for you to show love. Love is not just always having that one person with you, but it's also family. This is the time where a lot of people feel lonely when they don't have someone. I encourage you all to go out and to, if you have that loved one who's lost someone recently, or someone who's just, trying to recover from a divorce or trying to recover from a bad breakup, reach out to them, show them some love, show them some support, let them know that you are there for them and they're with them and that you're thinking about them. You never know, the hugs, the happy Valentine's Day, the quick phone call, the gifs that you may send, the emojis that you may send may brighten someone's day during this week of love. But I also want to remind all of our couples, I want you to not just focus on what it is, the gifts, the material things of love. Love is so much more than that. Love is sacrifice. Love is, when it says love keeps on record, that means when we are having that fight and that argument, even when things are not necessarily going the way that you want them to go, you still love that person. You're willing to go above and beyond for that person. You remember why you love them every day. And I want us to remember love is the little things. I know you hear me talk about this all the time on the show. And it's so important for us to really understand love is the little things. It's the midnight walks. It's the going to the movies just to buy popcorn for the one you love. It's that making that, it's cleaning the dishes. It's so funny, y'all. It's literally cleaning the dishes after that person cooks. It's shoveling the snow. It's putting gas in that person's car. It's buying them what it is that they need. When they ask, I just need a pair of gloves. Love is just being there supporter, but also love is during those challenging times. It's the times when money is low and Valentine's Day, all you can do is go to the dollar store and buy that favorite candy. It's when love is when they're going through a depression season, when they're going through anxiety, when they don't think they're beautiful anymore because they've had all the children and they've gained a little weight. Or love is when they're sick and all you want them to do is to be able to talk to you and hold you and laugh with you and play with you. I want us to remember what love is. Let us not get so focused. I know today's society, we get so focused on the bag, chasing money, chasing trips, chasing things. But I guarantee you that all the people that have lost someone and we're in a relation with someone and that person has gone on, it's not the diamond rings, it's not the fur coats, it's not the trips, it's not even the fancy dinners, it's the memories, it's the little things, it's the little moments that they get to share with each other. Those are things that keep them together. The times where they cuddled and watched a movie, the times where they just laughed and watched the children play on the floor, the times where they sat in the backyard and looked at the stars and the moon. It's those moments. So I want to assess this Valentine's Day as we focus on what true love really is understanding, do we love each other with our whole heart, not for the things that they give us, or not even for the things that they do, but for who they really are as an individual. what they bring to our life, what joy, what passion, what covering, what support, what excitement. What do they bring to us that doesn't cost anything? And I want us to remember love is sacrifice. Love is not going to always be happy times, y'all. There are going to be times of frustration. There's going to be times of pain. There's going to be times of death. There's going to be times of loneliness. But how do we work through those things? How do we rebuild? How do we restore the relationship? And the last thing I want to leave y'all with is love is also intimacy. See into me. And it's not just the physical. I keep telling you all the time, sex is just the icing on the cake. It is, do they understand me through and through? Are they my best friend? Can I tell them everything and anything? Who's the first person I want to talk to when something great happens? Who's the person I want to talk to when something bad happens? I want us to remember that our partners go out every single day and they're struggling with the world. Ladies, remember, your husband needs your soft place to land. Your significant other needs a soft place to lay his head when the world has beat him up, when he works every day and may not make enough money to cover everything, when the world's beat him up and told that he's less than. Where does he go to land? And fellas, where does she go when she feels like she tired of being Superwoman, when she don't know what else to do, when the kids have gotten on her nerves, when there's nobody else at work that supports her and there for her? Where's her soft place to land? That's love. That's true intimacy, when you can be together and go through the trenches together, the joys and the hard times, the sacrifices, and still be just as in love. Where you can walk in the room and feel confident and reassured. I want to tell you all a little story. Last week, I had the opportunity to be with dinner with 6 amazing women that I care about very deeply. But I realized as I sat across the table for them, they were all struggling. They were struggling because one woman talked about, as she had been dating and had many suitors, she had people buying her stuff, buying her fancy things, rings, and taking her to fancy dinners and paying for trips and doing all those things, but she felt the most lonely because of the fact that it wasn't authentic. She wanted authentic relationship, authentic friendship, authenticness. And that's true intimacy. She was looking for a true intimacy with her partner. So she's been settling for just the fancy dinners because she didn't want to be alone, or she didn't want to stay at home. So it was good to get out, but it was nothing serious. So I'm telling you all right now, don't settle. Don't settle. Spend time with yourself, spend time with your girls, enjoy the things that you have in life. Don't settle. Don't be the person that, quote unquote, you're the dinner whore. I'm just going to go to dinner because it gives me something to do and to get out, and you're around people that you really don't like and you really don't want to be with, but because you don't want to be lonely, you're settling. Don't settle. I urge you to take the time back out. And like the book says, think about what it is that you want. Who are you? What are your pursuits? Are you open? Are you ready to let someone in? Are you ready to go to the next level with someone? Are you ready to do true intimacy? See into me on that emotional level, that mental level, that spiritual level. Are you ready to develop a friendship with someone and be ready for all the joys and woes of what a real, true relationship and true love brings? If not, again, I urge you, get the book, Get Happy Life. It's available on Amazon.com, and you will find the strategies and the tools you need to find true love. Because first, love starts with you. Do you love you enough not to settle? Do you love you to go through your lonely season, your isolation season, and allow God to pour into you who you are, what you are supposed to birth in this season, in this earth realm, for you to find the one He sent you? I know I tell you all about the book because the book is my life. It's what I went through, all the stages of the loneliness and isolation, vulnerability, developing intimacy, building trust. I had to go through those things all after 25 years of being married and a divorce. And I found that I settled. I found that I didn't love me. I found that I didn't respect me. I didn't honor me. And I didn't have the foundational love with God, which prevented me to being able to love somebody else. And then after the time of going through the healing process, working things out with my community, developing stronger relationships with the Lord, He sent them. I wasn't expecting him, didn't even think he was coming. Actually, I had actually given up on it, and God sent him. So I'm telling you, if you wait, if you go through the process, if you trust God, and you continue to love yourself and be confident, just like we learned last week, what are you attracting? If you haven't healed, if you haven't gotten rid of the bitterness, if you haven't gotten over the unforgiveness, if you haven't walked in your place of confidence and reassured and knowing that you are the prize, that you are a Proverbs 31 woman, or that you are a man of honor and man of integrity, man after his own heart. If you don't love you first, what you will attract and draw to you is all the things that you don't want. So if you're finding yourself attracting the wrong people over and over again, stop. Take the time to pause. Take the time to heal. Take the time to look at you and ask yourself, what is it that I'm drawing to me? And what does it I want to draw to me? And then start asking for those things and watch out of the blue when you're not paying attention, when you haven't focused on being in relationship anymore, they'll just show up one day at your door. So, as always, I enjoy spending time with you all. I want to tell you all happy Valentine's Day. Please enjoy yourselves, have fun, but remember what true love is. Don't settle, love yourself, develop true intimacy, not only with yourself and the Lord, but build that with the person that's going to be just right for you. And again, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Malin Riley. Malin Riley has been great. It is a custom crafted made jewelry, handmade jewelry company. And as you see, every week I'm wearing something Malin Riley. These are our beautiful red hearts and our colorful hearts with a little dangle of a charm in it. So you can always find Malin Riley on malinriley.com. They have beautiful um, pieces to choose from, handmade, unique pieces. Also, the books are there. So if you want to find all the books, the Dating versus Hooking Up, Why is it important to date? Also, Happy Life, How to Find Yourself in Love Without Compromise. And if you want that prayer journal to cast your cares before the Lord, everything is on Malin Riley. So we want to thank Malin Riley for being our sponsor of our podcast. But we also want to say thank you all for listening and being with us this week. We hope you have a phenomenal Valentine's Day and a day full of love and joy. And most importantly, don't forget to love yourself and to be there for others and to continue to understand what true love is. Happy Valentine's Day, you all. See y'all next week. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of The Happy Life.